Hey, Ravings and Cravings here, otherwise known as Ruth Hartunian-Ellenbaugh, with a new show brought to you by the Wyndham Economic and Community Development folks and foodie people and businesses from all over our listening area. Today, I am so excited to be here. We are actually on site at Gansett Wraps in Storrs, Connecticut here. I am here with owner Khaldoon Mahmood, and get a double blessing of having his wife Raina Mahmood here with me today. So they're joining me and we're going to be talking about Gansett Wraps. I don't know, do you think 25 minutes is enough?
I don't know, we'll find out.
We'll find out. Well, let's get the details up front here. So why don't you tell us, name, address, how we find you, how we order, all those things. Mahmood, would you do that for us, please?
Okay. Name is, first of all, thanks for having us.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
That's great to have us
My pleasure.
Name is Gansett Wraps. We're located in Store Center, 12 Roy Circle, next to Dunkin' Donuts. We're on a website, like www.gansettwraps.com.
Yeah.
We have our own app. You can order through our own app.
Oh, really?
And we're on social media.
Oh, you have your own app?
Yes.
That means you've really arrived, That
And
means you have accomplished something, right?
And our phone number, 860-850-0000.
So
That's
people
the easiest one.
can call that number. Can you order ahead of time?
You can order ahead of time.
All right, great. So you can get food through the app. You can get food through the phone. Order through the website?
Website.
Really?
And we have the third party, DoorDash and Acropolis.
Okay, all right. And if you have a party coming up, say like, into the new year kind of thing, do you do any catering, anything like that?
We do that, and we recommend people to email us their catering orders. That's the easiest way to communicate, because sometimes we're busy, like we can answer the phone and we can't talk when we give them the email address, khal.mahmoud@gansettwraps.com.
All right, great. So it's very interesting that your wife gets to work here with you. I think that's very interesting. So what do you get to do when you're working here, Raina?
Prep in the morning.
Sorry, I said your name wrong. You know what? It's Rania.
That's right.
Let's get this. I think it's important. So Rania. Did I say it right now?
You got it right. Yeah,
all right, there we go. Rania. So what do you do in the mornings? Yep.
We open up, get the salad bar ready, get all the vegetables cut and ready for, the day. We get salads made, clean up, in the morning. That's pretty much it before we open.
Well, I think there's something to be said about Mediterranean food because, most of us struggle with eating healthy food, and Mediterranean food always was healthy. Always had fresh vegetables, always had fresh everything. And that's one thing I think that you guys pride yourself on, and is the quality of what you have to serve. So comment a little bit about the food and your menu.
Our menu, Middle Eastern menu, it takes a lot of preparation.
Yes,
it's like
I do know this.
From scratch.
Yep.
You can prep something ahead, but you can't do too much. But we have, you have to look at it this way, right? You love what you do, and that's what I do. I love what I do, and it's a lot of aggravation, a lot of frustration, but things happen. I like what I do. This part of your life.
I think you're the kind of person who seems to like a challenge once in a while, huh?
It's what, restaurant business is not easy. It's a lot of aggravation.
Yeah. Yes.
And a lot of but when you love it, you go back 5 minutes later after you're like mad and frustration. You come back and you get this customer to cheer you up, and that's it. You're back to normal.
Back to normal. When people come into this restaurant, and I do hope if people who are listening have never been here, this really is a place that you need to stop at, and you need to, while you're waiting for your order, because it's freshly made, you really should be reading what's on the wall, because I think what's on the wall is a really special thing, especially the last, 5 words, the last 5 words, I think. So would you either of you, both of you, comment or even just read what it says up there, because I think that caught my attention partially because my dad is also from Lebanon, and I saw the word Lebanon. You know, when I first looked at the wall, when I first walked in here, I don't know how long ago, that the L word.
No.
But then there's another L word near the end of what it says up there that I also like. I think it's the word love. So why don't one of you read what it says on there so that the listeners can hear what it says?
It says, our journey from Lebanon to Aruba, Oklahoma City, Narragansett, Rhode Island, and where you are reading it this today, starts with Mom's home-cooked family meals, a tradition we keep. Gansett Wraps offers food made from scratch with fresh ingredients selected from quality. Our goal is for you to be delighted. The taste and nutritionally satisfied as you'll return to our family table, because food is love to be shared.
I like that.
Respectfully, the Mahmoud family.
Yeah, food is love to be shared. I just couldn't agree with you more. And I'm going to mention a couple of things that I've enjoyed when I've eaten here. And like I said, we're on site, so you guys are going to, in Radio Land, you're going to hear maybe things whizzing, whirring, chopping, maybe ice coming out of the machine. You know, it's all okay. It's okay. It's all right. I have enjoyed, believe it or not, the pita chips and the hummus. I mean, I can make a meal out of that right there. But one thing I also love is the eggplant. And I think, was it a side order? Or is it on a...
Yeah, the eggplant, we have it like side orders.
Yeah.
And we can put it in a wrap. It
Yeah.
comes with like fresh mozzarella, roasted pepper, some lettuce, and balsamic
Yeah.
vinegar.
And
This is why it has the name of our restaurant. We always like, it used to call pickpockets first. And when we change a pickpocket to Gansett Wraps, and we call it Gansett Wraps.
Yeah. So the restaurant has a long history, and we'll get to that. But I'm going to mention one other thing that is like your biggest bestseller, which is the...
Falafel.
Yay! A round of applause for falafel. That is the best-selling item. Like you had said, the food is made from scratch. So what is it, do you think, about the falafel that keeps people coming back?
I guess falafel is healthy.
Yeah.
The only thing is fried, but everything in there is like vegetarian people love it.
Right.
And,
And it's
vegan people love
Is it
it.
a gluten-free?
It is
Gluten-free.
gluten-free.
And our falafel is gluten-free.
It hits all the good stuff?
And that's why, our falafel is different from like a lot of, there's every falafel. You can have coffee everywhere, but every coffee is different.
It's
and that's
true.
why I tell people, you can have falafel everywhere. Because they come to me, it's like, we love your falafel, where we can find falafel. I said, you know what? It's like, falafel is like coffee. You can have a lot of coffee places, but the falafel, you can have coffee from everywhere. It's just like,
That's true. That's true.
and this is our falafel. We had a good recipe, and we've been using it since '93.
Yeah, so since 1993, tell the listening audience a little bit about your backstory, like how you came to this place today. Like, what is part of your journey? How did it begin?
I came to the United States in 1990, and like everybody immigrated from Lebanon, they have to look for a job.
Yeah.
And I was looking for a job, and I ended up at the Lebanese place on Thayer Street in Providence. And the guy took me under his wings, and he started showing me how to make food. And before, I didn't do anything like that. And he's like, come on, let's learn how to cook. And that's how I started it.
Oh, what were you doing before you were learning to cook then? Can I ask that? Is that okay to ask that
Yes,
question?
definitely.
Okay, all right.
In Lebanon, what you do is it's like you have to do jobs here and there, and you finish your school, and your parents wants to send you to school. That's their main things, and that's why I came here to go to school.
Oh, to college?
College, but I have 4 brothers back home. I couldn't go to school. I was working, and the guy found me. I'm a good worker. I'm a hustler. It's like, I want you to be with me, and I've been with him. I was with him in '93. We went to South County, and he started his own place called Pickpockets. and we start come up with the menu items. And a couple of years later, he said, "My wife doesn't want me to work anymore. Do you want the place?" And I said, "I don't have any money. I'll take it." It's like, "Okay, we'll make a deal," and this is how.
Really?
And
That
that's how it
happened?
started it.
That's amazing. That's
And
amazing.
I started bringing my brothers. My family
Ah.
came in, and before we didn't make any money. We were just like all family. We just scrubbing like everybody working.
Yeah.
And now, after I got married, my brother took on himself like the business. My younger brother, two brothers, and they liked the business and they took it over. And one of my brother changed it to gangster traps, and that's how we became
So
gangster traps.
was it food that brought you together? What
No.
brought you together? Was it was not food?
No, it's just
No?
family, that kind of like know each other, and they, introduced us to each other kind of
And
thing.
they each thought, you would be
Yeah.
good for him, he would be good for you.
yeah,
So
like you just get to know a person, and then,
yeah. So since 1993, that's when you met your friend from Lebanon. That's when you were. Is Gansett? What is Gansett? Is that
Gansett, because the location was in Wakefield, Rhode Island, called
Wake-
Pickpockets,
Wakefield? Okay.
and we want to get away from that name. And my brother opened a place in Narragansett,
Oh, Narragansett.
and he
Okay.
started looking for a name, and
Okay.
he came up with the Gansett Traps.
Oh, all right, there we go.
And since he started it like 7 or 8 years ago, he changed the logo a couple times, and finally we changed the logo
Mm-hmm.
to one logo. It's gonna have like a Lebanese flag in it. I don't know, like if you saw
Oh,
the
it's
new
the
logo.
Cedar of Lebanon.
Yeah,
Cedar of Lebanon.
Hey, I never
the
saw
cedar.
that.
That's like our new logo from now on.
No,
We're
look at
trying to
that.
do change everywhere.
I never even noticed that. I'm looking at the menu right now, and I was like, oh, there it is, right there on the top of the word Gansett.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes me so happy.
See, we all work one hand, like all of our brothers, they work the same. We try every day.
You're hardworking people, that's for sure. Well, I'm looking at the menu, and we have a lot of offerings here. We have vegetarian options, we have beef, we have extras, which include tabbouleh or tabula, however you want to say it,
Tabbouleh, okay.
which is a cold salad made with.
Parsley,
Tomatoes.
Is there
and
onions? Yeah.
And
lemon
the
juice.
wheat.
Do you use cracked wheat?
Cracked
in that?
wheat.
Cracked
You do
wheat
use
in it,
cracked
yeah.
wheat, because some people don't.
That's the main ingredient.
Yeah,
But that's why the tabbouleh is not like gluten free.
yeah.
That's the only thing. But
Right. You can get hummus here. We can get a lot of chicken offerings, and some of the offerings are actually named out of after Yukon
Yes.
things, right?
Our husky wrap. The
Yeah.
husky wrap is it's great wrap. Like it's very popular here between the kids. It's blue cheese. We put a French fries in the wrap.
I was just going to ask you. You put the fries in
In
the
the
wrap.
wrap. With the chicken.
And
Buffalo.
buffalo sauce.
I have not. Have you tried that? I have another friend here sitting quietly. Have you, Seno? Have you tried the husky wrap yet?
No, I haven't tried
That
it
sounds.
This is one of the most popular ones too.
That sounds nice. I like things that are different. So French fries in there is good. You got some deli wraps, so you can get your traditional Italiano or ham and cheese, BLT, tuna. But you can also get some other salad side orders. Tell us what fattoush is.
Fattoush in Lebanon is a very popular salad, and they put like bread in it. They toast the bread, and they put the bread in it, and they eat it with the bread inside the salad. But over here, we don't put bread in it.
So what's
It's a cucumbers,
Cucumber.
tomatoes, onions,
Peppers.
peppers, and salt, pepper, and we put sumac seeds in there.
what
And
kind of
that's
seed?
Sumac.
Sumac seeds.
That's
That
what gives
gives
it.
the sour.
So is that something that you make that it's better after 1 or 2 days or something?
But because it's lemony.
So it preserves.
And it preserved, like all
Right.
the vegetable preserved. That's why, like our fattoush salad, we kind of make it every day. We don't make it. We don't use it next day. If I take it to my family, I can use it. But as a customer, to give it to a customer,
Yeah.
we don't use it next day. Like we try to make it fresh.
Can you put that in a wrap?
A lot of people ask, but the wrap gets messy because
It
it
gets
has
soggy.
lemon juice, soggy.
You got to eat it right away.
Yeah.
But yeah, because of the juiciness, right? So you also have, like I mentioned before, the eggplant. You have French fries. If you have
Our
kids,
French fries are very popular with the
Really?
kids, with the high school kids.
Oh, I don't know if I've had. I've never. I like French. Have you had French fries?
Our French fries is very
No, with French
very
fries.
popular. Actually, we make our own sauce for the French fries.
What?
We
Really?
call it onion ring sauce. That's what the kids call it, onion ring sauce.
Oh, so
but
dip.
a dip, and this is like our signature now for the high school, and and now we have like parents order online, and you should see the messages they get, like, oh, can we have the Gansett sauce, the onion ring sauce, the onion sauce,
You
like
sell
everybody.
that?
Special
We don't
sauce.
sell it, we just want it because the kids tell them like to.
Can you get that as additional side order? I'm looking.
No, you
No?
just like you
Not
just
there.
have it and like. But a lot of people ask now. We get a lot of athletic guys from Yukon,
Yep.
football players. They know about it. They just have it on their steak and cheese. They get it like on the.
That sounds yummy. And then you have grape leaves in your side order too. So, I mean, I grew up having grape leaves. I remember driving along the roads and my grandpa, grandma, and my mom all stopping the car.
Oh, yeah.
And then pulling. Is that
My mom does that too.
is that a memory for you? Right.
Oh, she still does it.
Really? And then you just pick the leaves that are out there. They got to be a certain kind, right? And then we would go home and bundle them and
Yep.
roll them and tie them and then put them in the boiling salt water to wilt it,
Yep.
right?
Right.
And then you have to lay it down vein side up, right?
Right.
But and
I
then
used to do that. I don't do
this
that.
talk
anymore.
about time intensive. You know what? I just thought about this. That was the original farm to table,
Okay.
right there.
Right.
That's
It really
yeah.
was, right?
It was fun to do that stuff.
It was.
Like my mom used to go like and collect all the stuff, like and come back.
And it's like assembly line, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's
But they
in
do it in a certain time of the year, like, when the grapes are growing and they have like the soft leaves.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they preserve it for the winter.
Yeah, because I know I've gotten canned grape leaves and they're like tough and the veins are.
Or sometimes they get mushy,
disgusting.
so it's not as good as when
Yeah.
you pick it yourself. Right?
What do you put in your grape leaves?
rice and spices.
Is that traditional? Because I mean, I grew
No.
up with the meat.
The
version.
traditional is meat,
Okay.
lamb
Yeah,
or rice.
brown
and-
lamb.
oh.
Okay, so let me know when you get that on your menu.
You have to make the vegetarian happy.
I know. Well, they got lots of other choices. Look at, But anyway, that's some of the things on the menu.
And we have our soup too. Don't forget,
Oh.
like our lentil soup is like very popular. Lentils and rice.
You do lentil soup.
Yeah, we call it mojadra in Lebanon.
Oh,
You've had that mojadra soup?
No, I mean, I grew up having lentil soup, and usually
That's vegan.
It's more
and
like
that's
a dish
vegetarian.
rather than a soup back home,
my mom made it with oxtails, so there was meat in it. But you can do
Yeah.
without, right?
But that's why, like, this is very popular here.
Yeah.
Like lentil soup. Or
And
lentil.
this is soup weather, right?
Yeah.
So we should come in and you can get that like to go, right?
Yes,
Right.
it's on our website too,
No
on
problem.
our app.
All right, we have plates, we have dressings, we have salad add-ons. The menu, which is new and improved, includes some party prices and suggestions for like if you want to do a catered thing. Let's get the information that we got at the beginning of the interview so that people who've joined us later got it. I am here with Khaldoon Mahmoud and his wife Rania Mahmoud. We are here at Gansett Wraps. We're actually on site. Tell us again your address, your phone number, how people can order, because I don't want people to miss that. I want people to come here and eat, right?
Yeah, it's a Gansett Trap. It's a store center.
Yep.
We're right next to Dunkin' Donuts, across the street from E.O. Smith High School. You can order we have our own website. We have our own app, Gansett Traps. And you can use our third party, DoorDash and Grubhub. And we do if we do catering and big platters, we deliver to Yukon our own. We do delivery for Yukon.
We didn't go over what your hours are at the beginning, so
Yes.
tell us when you're open. Actually, I should say, when
We
do you
op-
ever close? Because your wife's telling me that she has a hard time making you leave.
Okay.
So,
The
hours,
rest- the
here we
restaurant-
go.
Restaurants we open every day from 11 to 8.
11 a.m. to 8 p.m.
Yes. We used to open later, but like because again, like the employees and the problem we have staffing, we don't open anymore. When the kids when the Yukon now here, like the schedule like changed a little bit because we
It
depend
slows
on
down.
Yukon,
Yeah.
but we're so lucky we have a lot of local people now.
You got some regulars,
Yes,
right?
we have
Right.
some. We are so lucky. We it took us a long time, but right now we get our own clientele. We get like own customers because my daughter in the sport, my son in sport, a lot of people start knowing us, and they start trying this place and. Oh, you know what? This is a good food because I never been here before, and that's how we built our reputation.
Since 2016, you said?
Yes, 2016.
So let's see, that's how many years?
7
7 years?
Yeah.
It takes some patience, I think, and some long suffering to get through the early years when nobody knows you. But
Yeah.
now, I mean, you do commercials on WILI. You've hit the big time,
and we do commercial at Yukon basketball and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
We sponsor too. We try to put the name out there, right? And and your station is very good for us too, actually, because
Oh, good.
they get us local people from Willimantic, and people come here and say, I heard your commercial, it's
Good.
good for locals.
That's great. And hopefully after they listen to this interview, they'll also be able to come. This interview will be posted on my Facebook page after it goes on. I'll tell you the date, so I'm not
Okay.
sure what it is right now. It'll probably be in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
But it'll also go on my Facebook page, and it'll go on the WILI. They have a YouTube channel where they put the archived
Wow.
shows, and it also will air on Charter, the cable station, so that will give you a lot more coverage for people
That's nice.
to come in and eat here. So the Middle Eastern hospitality is alive and well here, and I'm so happy to be sitting here today with Khaldoun Mahmoud and his wife Rania. Again, wrapping it up. Oh, that's a pun, right? It's a wrap. That's what you say, right? It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's almost a wrap today for me today for Ravings and Cravings. Again, I'm going to focus on that last line on their wall, which I really like. It says that food is love to be shared. And so, you can come and eat here on site when it's nice out. There's a little patio. You can eat outside there. I mean, I'm a winter person. I would eat out there. I don't care. But you can also take your food home and you can enjoy it there too. I hope that a lot of our listening audience will go to Gansett Wraps. Address was what?
12 Royce Circle in stores, like in the store center.
Store Center. Phone number is 860-477-1329. We're going to say it's a wrap today. Thank you guys for being with me.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome.